How you doing? 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 Took a little break there for a little while, but we got a little news here. 5 dead, 14 wounded in Chicago weekend shooting. All right. I mean, you want to talk about the Wild Wild West? That's Chicago, man. Chicago is out of control. It's just mayhem over there, and it's depressing. I could do a whole newscast on fucking Chicago, and I could do a whole newscast on the Bronx. I mean, all these hot spots of black people dying. It's like, I don't know. Next thing you know, it's gonna be a sport. They're gonna start freaking selling tickets. For real. Okay. 5 men were killed. At least 14 others people has been wounded in shooting across Chicago since Friday evening. The most recent killing happened Sunday night in Lawndale neighborhood. Corey Underwood, 24, was standing outside in the 1300 block of South Kaminsky when at least one person fired shots, striking him in the right leg, according to the police and the Cook County Medical Examiner officers. He was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 7:06. Okay, and as simple as that. All right, 7:06. He lived in the same neighborhood as the shooting. Another man was found shot dead about 5:35 a.m. Sunday in an alley in a Gage Park neighborhood on the southwest side. Authorities said officers respond to a call of a person down in the alley in 5300 block of South Washington found 28-year-old Juan Martinez lying on the ground with a gunshot wound to his head. Martinez was pronounced dead at the scene at 5:54 a.m. He lived in the same neighborhood as the shooting. About an hour and a half earlier, one man was killed and another was critically wounded in the far south side of Fairwood neighborhood shooting. The men were shot about 4:05 a.m. in the 10,600 block of South Perry. Police said one of the men, thought to be in his 50s, was struck in the abdomen and buttocks. He was taken to the critical medical center in Oak Lawn, where he was pronounced dead. The other man, 62, was shot in the right leg and abdomen. He was taken to Christ Medical in critical condition. On Saturday morning, a man was found shot dead in another Fairwood neighborhood attack, and they will found the man, thought to be a 40-year-old to 45-year-old, lying in the snow about 8:30 a.m. in the 10,200 block of South State. Police said officers conducting a well-being check discovered that he'd been shot in the head. The man was pronounced dead at the scene. The Cook County Medical Examiner officers not released their identities as of Monday morning. The weekend first fatal shooting took the life of Mayo Gondinez, 35, at 5:52 p.m. Friday in a backyard neighborhood on the south side. Witness saw someone shooting Godinez from a dark-colored minivan that pulled up to him in the 4,300 block of South Horner. According to the police and the medical examiner officers, he suffered a gunshot wound to the neck and was pronounced dead at the scene. He lived about a block from where he was killed. The weekend latest non fatal shooting happened about 8:30 p.m. Sunday in Marquise Park neighborhood on the south side. A 20-year-old man suffered a gun wound to his leg in the 6400 block of Southwestern and took himself to the Holy Cross Hospital where his condition stabilized. Police said he was being uncooperative with the investigators. At least 12 other people have been wounded in shootings since Friday. Wild Wild West, motherfucker. Wild Wild West. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Wild Wild West is here to stay nowadays, man. I'm telling you, man, this shit gonna spread to all kinds of neighborhoods and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's going around shooting these people in their own fucking neighborhoods. Okay, and as simple as that. They're going to neighborhoods, shooting people and killing people, and they dying right in the neighborhoods they was from. Okay, this shit happened in a couple of days, if not the one day. A whole bunch of people died in neighborhoods. Like somebody was in the van traveling and just shooting people. Okay, and as simple as that. That's what I think. Okay, they said the other guy didn't cooperate with the police officers and stuff like that. I mean, could have been a police officer. I'm not saying it should have been, or would have been, or could have been, but couldn't it be a police officer, or was that man a drug dealer, or some shit like that? They didn't mention nobody being a drug dealer. They didn't mention nobody being a person with a record who was shot. So what is that man afraid of? Okay, it's obviously he don't want to deal with the cops for a reason, and it's ridiculous. Okay, and as simple as that. Maybe something going on. I don't know, but in my opinion, it looks like it's like somebody in a van just going around shooting people. Okay, and these people in these places, they don't trust the cops. They don't trust the cops because one reason and one reason only is because they think the cops are in on it. Okay, I had a report not too long ago that the cops were shooting people in that motherfucking in Chicago. Okay, and it's as simple as that. I'm telling you, it's not funny or anything like that. They out there shooting. They said they are shooting black folk in Chicago. Okay, these cops. They are actually handing guns in the streets, putting crates of guns in the streets of Chicago. They're actually telling gang members where to get military grade weaponry on train stations. Alright, break into the trains, park the trains there, break into the trains, and all these gangs just get a bunch of free guns all over the fucking place. What is that? Okay, this is why Chicago is in fucking ablaze. Okay, and that's simple as that. I mean, these gangs couldn't have known where those weapons are being at. They wouldn't have known the trains was full of weapons, but they know for some fucking reason. You got somebody around there just shooting people in their own fucking neighborhoods. They don't go to shopping areas or anything like that where they can be seen. It's somewhere isolated. They said most of it happened somewhere in the AM, I believe. They got one in PM and shit like that. 5:30. You got one in the AM, another one in the AM. 5:44 in the AM. Another 5:35 in the AM. Okay, that's pronounced dead. That's 7:06. Okay, most of this shit happened in the AM in the morning when everybody just getting up ready to go to fucking work. Now there's not enough people around there, so as soon as the people get up, they get shot in the AM. 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay, somebody's going around shooting these people early in the morning where there's nobody being found. And you usually go to a residential area because that's where people are at, and it's not that many people who are going to work, who wakes up that early to go to work. Alright, they're probably getting sniped off while they're going to work. Alright, this all the encounters was encountered at the AM, early in the morning when nobody's barely up. Okay, and somebody's going there targeting these people in the AM. Okay, people think the night ends at fucking goddamn 4 o'clock for some fucking reason. No, the night continues at 5:30, fucking goddamn 6 o'clock and shit like that. It's not safe out there, mother. Okay, and it's simple as that. Yo, check it out. This is World War Prime, and I'm reporting on Chicago, and this shit is getting reckless over there, man. Reckless, insane in the brain. Okay, that's all I got to say. Take care.